Ola Onipekun Oladipo Olaitan, aka Fimilejo, aka Barak Ogri, aka Dagrin. This is the life and final moment of the legend called Dagrin.
What's up, people? Now your boy be this with Dagrin, aka Fimilejo, aka Barak Ogri. You know what I mean? Yeah, gonna pussy those big.
So many of you do not know the story about this young man called Dagrin. Of course, there are so many controversies surrounding his life and his death. I'm here to make a bold revelation that relates to this young man's life.
You see yourself, Dagrin, aka, aka Fimilejo, aka Night Jeezy, aka Baby, aka his baby. The light is on me, baby.
Dagrin was born on 25th October 1987. But this is the very interesting part of Dagrin's story. This man died in 2010, in April 23rd, 2010. And since then, there are so many controversies relating his death. But before I talk about the controversies, I want to tell you something that is very interesting about this young man. From the studies I had to make about Dagrin, he's a man who came out with his indigenous language. He came out with Yoruba language. He wanted to take Yoruba language in a music way across Africa and across the world. He's a man that of course loved 50 Cent, and he believes that Yoruba language should be played in the globe.
Saying the Yoruba thing, Yoruba is large. Yorubas are everywhere.
Which we can see today, that people like Ashake are singing Yoruba in O2 Arena and people are enjoying it. This thing started from somebody. I don't know if Dagrin is the one that started it, but I know that he's one of them that made Yoruba language significantly enjoyed in the music industry today by so many people who are not even Yorubas. But yet, he's not getting his flowers. Dagrin is a man who, even though he wasn't the dopest musician in his time, believed and was focused on what he's doing. He released his first song, Kekere, in January 1st, 2007. And this man, since 2007 to 2010, he was able to release more than 50 tracks, mostly indigenous music. You see a man who believes that he shouldn't be limited because he's using his language to make music. Very focused, did his best within 3 years. Until today, so many Yoruba artists are enjoying the benefits of Dagrin in the industry. And yet, since Dagrin died, his stories have long disappeared in the music industry. Now, there are so many controversies concerning Dagrin's death. Some say that he killed himself, while some say that he was into confraternity that took his life, that demanded his soul. But you see, Pledge family, as long as you are a big celebrity or a big person in the society, when you die, people would definitely say that very thing that has been in their mind. Some people will die and they will say that this person is a good person. There's no person that is more good than this person. This person was lovely. This person was this. People will always say what they want to say the moment that body is already lying 6 feet in the ground. Just like one of the controversial comments we have here, this person said Michael Jackson's death wasn't as a result of his own actions. Dagrin's clearly where I saw the state of his Maxima is a big safe car, yet the passenger cell was completely trounced. You telling me he was doing a sedate 40 mph. He could well have killed someone else or multiple people. In this case, sadly, he killed himself and left a gap in his family's lives. It's a shame, but life goes on. Since then, so many controversies have surrounded this legend that changed the music industry, the Nigerian music industry, and most importantly, the Yoruba indigenous kind of music. You see, Clash family, one thing I want you to learn from this Dagrin story is that even though he is no more, and even though he had a fatal accident that he stayed in the hospital for 8 days, his friends and family believing that he will rise again, tell them that it was just a prank. Even though that he had 3 years from the date of his release of his first song, Kekere till 2010, where he gave up the ghost in Munchin, Lagos. Within 3 years, Dagrin could change a kind of belief and make sure that even with your indigenous language, you can go as far as going to sing in the world stage. Dagrin inspired a lot of people. Whether you like it or not, he inspired a lot of young Yoruba boys that are doing well in the industry today. That is why when Asake was asked why do he enjoy singing in Yoruba language, he said because he just loves singing in Yoruba language. And today, go everywhere across the world. The indigenous songs ranging from Fino, Olamide, and so many indigenous artists are making it in the industry because they drew their strength, even though not all their strength, from a man called Dagrin. Dagrin has inspired a lot of people, made them to believe that yes, even though you're not good in English, you can still make it if you are really intentional and focused about making it. Anyone that had encounter with Dagrin will tell you that Dagrin is somebody that is very energetic, cheerful, and he knows what he wants. He hits it, give him a beat, and he kills the beat. This is a man who rapped with English, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo language. Just give him a beat, he destroys that beat and gives you something meaningful from that beat. And so many people who will be watching this video will testify to this. I hope that someday that Dagrin will eventually get his flowers from those who truly understand the impact that this young man made in the industry before his death.
I just wrote this album just a month ago, and the response I'm getting, I can't even believe it.